Welcome back, guys, to the Disc Golf Show. Today is October 28th of 2025. This is episode 23 of the Disc Golf Show for the 2025 season. Big shout out to our sponsors of the show, main sponsor being Final Nine Sports. That is our local pro shop in the Northern California area, Sacramento area. They have two locations, one in Orangevale and one in Rocklin. So go check them out if you are in the area. We always suggest, please go support your local pro shop. However, if you are unable to find what you are looking for at your local pro shop, we do have a remedy for that. That is Disc Golf Deals USA. If you go to discgolfdealsusa.com/disc golf show, you can save 10% off your full entire order. That includes, they carry a lot of stuff, guys: baskets, bags, carts, apparel, obviously discs. There are a few little exclusions that do apply, but those are few and far between. So go check them out for your disc golf needs if you are unable to find your goods at your local pro shop. One last thing, friend of the show, if you enjoy audiobooks, or if you have an audiobook or know somebody that's looking for somebody to narrate, go check out Justin at 456.com. That's number 4, F-I-F-E, number 6.com for your audiobook needs. Let's get into the news. I mean, we are officially in the off season. Yes, I know there's no off season in disc golf. We are officially in the professional off season. So there were a few announcements that have been made, and we just run through those really quick. Ben Callaway announced he's stepping away from professional disc golf. We did also hear that he stated he has a second child coming, so congratulations to him and his family on the new addition. We also heard that James Proctor is stepping away from professional disc golf, so we wish him the best in all of his endeavors. And moving to those staying in the sport, we had a little kind of well, not a teaser. It was a video from Bradley Williams kind of suggesting he's going to be promoting some AGL discs, and those above ground level discs. It's a local manufacturer here in the area, and being that AGL announced Innova manufacturing their discs, that makes sense because Bradley Williams is a sponsored player from Innova. So he's going to be promoting some AGL discs, which is kind of cool. If you're a Williams fan, keep your eyes out for those. We did have a teaser, and this teaser coming from the Paul McBeth Foundation just earlier today. Had posted a couple pictures of some drawings, some possible layouts of a new course coming up. So we are always interested in where they're going to be putting in a new course. You know, they're always out there, hands in the dirt, finding places that are more underserved or have yet to experience disc golf in the community. So we always look forward to where they're going to be announcing those new courses. Into the biggest kind of news for me in disc golf is PDGA announced the addition-ish of a European major. And we know that the European Open has been a major for a long time, so it's not really an addition. It's kind of a lateral move for PDGA, and it's called the Europa Cup. With the success and all that came with this last year's European Disc Golf Festival / the location of where the European Open is always held, they've kind of doubled down on that and have decided to, moving forward, call it the Europa Cup. So for 2026, this next year, it's going to be held again in Tallinn, Estonia. But moving forward, it sounds like it's going to be a mobile event. And hosting for the 2027 bids will be available. Well, they're actually available now. They're open. So there are some links down below that you can check out from the PDGA as to if you or your area is interested in hosting the Europa Cup for 2027. There's an extensive package that you would download, and read through. There's a lot of requirements for the hosting committee, and as well as what PDGA will do on their end when it comes to whoever gets that bid. Deadline for the bid is December 1st. They will announce the winners of the bid in February of 2026 for that 2027 Europa Cup event. So if you are interested or your community is interested, go check that out. Links will be down below. One thing I do highly suggest, and this is last episode I did say that, you know, I volunteered at the NorCal Series Championship event, which is awesome. This last Saturday, I volunteered, which I've done every year for a very long time now, at the Aces Wild event, which is kind of a fundraising event for the Folsom Disc Golf Club, which is a club in our area. I highly recommend doing so. Volunteer at an event, see what goes into it, see what's involved. It's kind of it's a really, really good experience to support your local community in that way. If you're unable to play in the event, go spot, go help set up, go help cook food if that's something that's involved in the event, you know. Help hand out the players packs, anything, all that stuff helps. And I know the players appreciate it, because a lot of the players at these events that I've done, they're always going, oh, thanks for your help, thanks for your volunteering and all that good stuff. And it feels good, but it also feels much better to give back, more so to give back than the people that do say thank you. But as always, that's appreciated as well. Let's move on to the disc golf question of the episode. This kind of falls back on the Europa Cup, kind of connected to that a little bit for me. I'm kind of torn with this, but the question is basically, when it comes to majors specifically, do you prefer ones that are always held at the same location, kind of like USDGC, or do you like the ones that move around? USWDGC is a major that moves around. And this, again, it sounds like Europa Cup will be one of those majors that is held in different locations. I mean, I'm just curious. Again, for me, I'm kind of split, because I like the prestige and history that comes with like the USDGC, where you know what the players are going to be looking at. They do add little aspects, new aspects here and there every year at the USDGC, but it's held at the same location. And you have an idea of good rounds that are going to be at those. But I do like the challenge that are added. Geez, I cannot speak right now. The challenges that are added when a major is held in different locations, because the players are now presented with different variables and different challenges at these new locations. I do appreciate that. I lean personally more towards same location, but I'm like I said, I'm kind of torn. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you prefer majors specifically being a mobile major, or one that is always held at the same location? I'm always curious to hear your guys' opinions on that. Do it in the comments down below. Moving on to gear and equipment. This segment is brought to you specifically by Disc Golf Deals USA. So go to discgolfdealsusa.com, save that 10% on your entire order. Again, few exclusions apply. But we did have a few approved discs. Last episode, we had none because they had a lot going on. But we do have a few. Not a ton, only 4. But here they are. We got Finish Line Discs, had 2 discs approved. That is the Rev and Input. We had Lone Star Discs have the Rig, literally the Rig. So it's not just like Finish Line Input. It's called the Rig from Lone Star Discs approved. And we had a disc approved for Discraft, that being the Ultra Luna, and otherwise known as PM-1025-P, PM being for Paul McBeth, the P being for putter. The difference with this, the variant on this, or not variant, what is the word I'm looking? The change, because it is a Luna, But what they did, and they've kind of made a couple videos about this, they added the rings, the top ridges, the circles, from the Ultimate disc to the Luna. So it has the look, the size of a disc golf disc, but the added look of the Ultimate disc with those rings on top. So let me know, are you guys going to pick one up? If you guys are fans of Discraft, what do you putt with currently? Do you use Lunas? If you are a fan of the Luna, do you use it as a throwing putter or just for sinking in the basket? Let me know down below. But yeah, those are the 4 discs that were approved yesterday on the 27th. And then as for upcoming recent releases, we have the Gyropalooza box from MVP Discs that has been announced and been teased here and there. And they also had that Gyropalooza day that they did. You can see videos from a ton of people out there as to the experience that they had at that event. And then, as always, footwear is a big thing for disc golfers. Use it on every single throw. We like to promote any company that supports disc golf, and those 2 currently being Vessi and Ideo Sports. Ideo Sports recently also announced their updated versions of their 2 shoes, the Syncrasy, which is the low top, as well as the Brawler, which is their high top. So go check them out. Again, we all have our preferences, whether you like a zero style shoe where it's more flat-footed, or if you like something kind of like a normal everyday shoe that leans more towards the Vessi. But yeah, go check them out. Let us know which ones you prefer down below. And as for upcoming events, like I said, it's the end of the season, the professional season. So there's really one event left, if you could say that. But it's November 7th to 9th, the DGPT Match Play Championship, and that's held in Charlotte, North Carolina. So I believe that will most likely be live streamed, I would think. But if it isn't, keep your eyes peeled for the post-edited coverage of that. And then that brings us to the mailbag, guys. This is where we like to share or promote products, videos, media to you guys that maybe you haven't heard of or haven't seen. First thing being the Fossa Disc Golf bag, or Fossa Disc Golf is what I should say. So go to fossadiscgolf.com, and currently they are having a promotion that they've been having for a little while now, but it's still going, and it's a good promotion. It's 25% off your order. If you use code SUMMER25, all caps, SUMMER25, at checkout, you will save 25% off your order. And not only does it apply to your one-offs, you're just buying a bag, it applies to wholesale orders as well. So go check them out. They're longtime supporters and friends of our show, and we really appreciate them. And we love supporting those smaller companies that are out there. But if you're looking for a lighter, more affordable bag, great quality for the price, go check out Fossa Disc Golf. As for a video, not so much a video, but more so a interview podcast, is if you haven't heard of it, go to fishdiscgolf.com. That is Andrew Fish's disc golf website, and he also has a podcast. It's called the Fish Golf Broadcast. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because the most recent thing that he's posted is a 2-episode interview with Corey Merle. On the course, he's known as Johnny Disc Golf, but he's known by the disc golf community very well. He does and has supported disc golf via media, via the Disc Golf Network, Disc Golf Pro Tour, CCDG, with Ian, Central Coast Disc Golf, if you don't know. And he has his own projects that he does. He does interviews, he does documentaries, and really all around great character, great personality in disc golf. And you know, we like supporting those characters that are out there. And you get to learn more about how he's been involved in disc golf, how you know, his perspective on disc golf, and where it's going and all that. But yeah, go check it out. Again, Fish Golf Broadcast. fishdiscgolf.com. All right, guys, that brings us to the end of the show. And at the end of the show, we know everybody likes saving money. There's a few ways that you can do so. Again, with disc golf bags, if you're looking for disc golf bags, not only can you go to Fossa Disc Golf, save that 25% with code SUMMER25. You can go to Upper Park Disc Golf. That's another disc golf bag company. And use code DiscGolfShow and save some money there. In addition to that, if you're looking for anything disc golf, anything and everything, go to Disc Golf Deals USA. So go to discgolfdealsusa.com/discgolfshow and you can save 10% off your entire order. A few exclusions apply, though they may be few and far between. Go check them out. Baskets, bags, carts, discs, obviously, apparel, all that stuff, all the big stuff. Save that 10%, man. Save what you can. So big shout out to our sponsors, all those guys. And as well, thank you to Final Nine Disc Golf. They've been with us since the beginning, 2013 when we started. Big shout out to them. 2 locations if you are in the Northern California, Sacramento area. One in Orangevale, California, and one in Rocklin. Thank you very much to our sponsors and supporters. If you do have anything you would like to hear me talk about, if there is anybody out there that wants that, send an email to discgolfshow@gmail.com or make a comment down below. I see them all. Yeah, guys, before we head out, hit that like button, subscribe, share this if you feel the notion, and hit the notification bell for all the upcoming episodes. Again, I'm going to stick with this weekly thing and see how it goes, see if you guys like it, and see if we continue to grow. But yeah, guys, thank you very much. Appreciate your support. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.